the sequestration, much will not be done. Let me now turn to my colleague from California, Mr. Honda, who has been serving for a while here, representing the Silicon Valley and much of what we were just talking about, the research, the development of the economy. I know you've had a great deal to do with that over the years, really helping to create one of the engines of economic growth in the United States. Mr. Honda.
Thank you, my friend, and just want to add my thanks to you for convening this group and being joined by our good friend from Texas and well, two from Texas, the gentleman from San Antonio and the gentlelady from Houston. The comments I wanted to make through the speaker, two things. One, I wanted to share with the people of this country some information that maybe many people don't know about who you are. My friend, we have something in common. We spent 2 years in Peace Corps, you in Ethiopia and I in El Salvador. And from those experiences, we understand the kinds of impact that we could have as individuals in this, from this country. And through the program of Peace Corps that President Kennedy had put together, we've been able to accrue a lifelong journey and experience that allows us to reflect rather deeply and profoundly the impacts that government can have, or the impacts both positive and negative. I do know that from my observation of your history in California, that being the first commissioner of insurance in the state of California was significant. That experience has to have some import and some insights in what's going on today in terms of the Affordable Health Care Act and how the effort of the President Obama in trying to make sure that this country allows that each and every person has coverage as individuals in this country and the benefit that it brings about. The fact that you were the first commissioner of insurance also allowed you the interesting insights of the impact of the health insurance companies and how they manage to impact the cost of health care. I think being the commissioner of insurance in California also has to give you a sense of pride when October 1 is the day that we had kicked off the state exchange, Cover California. And that has to give you a sense of accomplishment, but also a sense of not only pride, but a sense of probably dismay in that there are folks here who would use the political process to deny people the coverage that they need in order to have a good health program. I just wanted to share those thoughts not only with you, but with the folks who are viewing us in this country so that they know that we're standing here not because we want to take up time and space, but we want to utilize the experience that we have accrued over time for the benefit of this country. And that was the third mandate of Peace Corps, was to come home and utilize all that we understand and invest it in this country. And so I just wanted to share that with you and with the rest of this country. Now, all day, the Beltway discussion has been centered on who has the leverage and who is paying the political costs of government shutdown. What about the human costs? And what about our workers and their families? What about our economy? They cannot afford this. Today, there are over 800,000 people that should be working that aren't. And there are people all over this country that rely on the work that these people do. As long as the majority wages this ideological war, the National Institutes of Health will not be able to accept new patients for life-saving research. Our veterans will have to go without their disability and pension checks. American families will have their home loans stalled. Family businesses won't have access to the capital they need to grow, and pregnant women and young children will be prevented from receiving critical nutrition support. I urge my Republican colleagues to think about the families in their districts that don't have a vote on this floor. They expect much more from us and deserve a better outcome. Let's remember that at this very moment, the common denominator that there is enough agreement in this body on a funding level to end this shutdown right now. Let's do that. Let's bring up the Senate continuing resolution, a clean one. Let's put people back to work and do what we were sent here to do. Keep government working for the American people and fulfill our constitutional obligation. Thank you for this opportunity.
Mr. Honda, thank you so very much, and thank you for your lifetime of service. Your early years in the Peace Corps in El Salvador, the work that you did there, and then, as you said, bringing it home and continuing to serve right up through this day and beyond as you continue to represent the great Silicon Valley of California. So thank you so very, very much for all that you have done over these many years. You mentioned something. I'm just going to turn to this very, very quickly. I was the insurance commissioner, and one of the things that we wanted to do in California, but we couldn't get